Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to transplant a little house plant. So I'm going to be taking you step by step of what you need to do, and how to take care of it further on down the road. So let's get started. So right now I have a little succulent, a little cactus, who is going to stay in the house for a very long time because right now it's winter, it's raining, and it's cold. So I'm going to keep this guy where it's warm. I had bought this guy not too long ago, and if you read the instructions or what the information on the bottom of the planter, you will be able to find out what type of plant it is and how to treat it. Make sure you do background checks on your plants, that way you know how to correctly care for it while it is in your home. Today I've got this planter. I've had it for a while now. It's really cute, and I just haven't had the chance to get a little plant to call it home. So let's get started on how to transplant. So first, of course, you're going to need a plant. Simple as that. You go pick out whatever you like and how you like it. The next thing you need is the planter for it to live in. It's best to get a planter that's a little bit or bigger than the actual plant. That way it has room to actually grow. And the next time you try to replant it into a bigger pot, you have room to transplant it from that into the bigger pot. So make sure you always look for a bigger pot for your plants. Next you need a little shovel. And in this thermos I have some warm water. It's really cold right now, so I thought I'd warm it up a little bit for the plant. And then you also need some soil, fertilized soil. That would always help. Now when you're transplanting, always kind of like loosen up the plant, the soil that it's in. That way you can easily take it out of the plant. Kind of pat it around, smush the sides a little bit, and then kind of just let it sit there. Now from there, we're going to take our planter and make sure that there are holes on the bottom of the planter. That way the water can drain out and not drown your plant. That would be terrible. We're going to take a couple of scoops of soil. Let's see. It's going to get a little dirty. That's why I'm outside right now, even though it's cold. And then don't fill it up all the way, because if you fill it up all the way, you don't have any room to put your plant in. Kind of compare the size. That should be good, maybe a little bit higher. But right now, we're going to go ahead and, once you see it poking out the top, of course, we're going to go ahead and take your little guy out gently. And pour out any of the dirt from the pot back into the new pot. And then you're going to gently rub the bottom of your plant on the sides to loosen up the roots. That way it can expand and get used to its new soil. Gently though, you don't want to shock it. If you're really rough and mean with your plant while transplanting, you're going to put your plant into shock. It's going to take a while for it to start its growth back up again. So let's make sure we take good care of it. Then we're going to fill in the sides with soil. Then you're going to pat around. It's going to get a little messy right now, but that's okay. You can always clean up afterwards. Make sure you press in around it. See how much more dirt you need. See, I still need a lot more dirt. There we go. And now make sure you press into it, see if you need any more dirt. And I think that'll do it. Now take your water and make sure you water it really well. Not too much to drown it though, that'd be terrible. And because I did do a background check on how to treat this plant and care for it, I know that it doesn't need a lot of water to live. So with that advice, use it sparingly. And that is how you transplant a plant properly. Now that we're inside and out of the cold, let's review how we did the step-by-step process of transplanting our little succulent plant. Right, so the first thing we did in our step-by-step process is that we did research on the little plant that we took home with us today. We made sure that he was the one for us and that we had everything we needed in order to take care of him. The second thing we did, we loosened him up in his little planter that we bought him in, and we filled up this sweet little planter right here halfway with soil, or just until, once we checked, this little guy was just above the rim so that he could get plenty of sunlight and protection though. See, he still has some rim protecting him. Third thing we did, we took him out gently of his bought-in planter and set him inside. Before we did that, we loosened up the roots and set him gently in. Then we gently filled up the soil around him, making sure it's nice and pressed. And then we watered him to the amount of water that we were suggested to do. Alright, now I hope that was helpful to anybody planting or transplanting their first little plant. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments and I will be happy to answer them. Thank you so much. Have a great day.